Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. Jota, and today, right after the crazy and huge celebrations of the weekend, we have to talk about, again, the departures and, of course, the possible signings that will affect in the near future to Real Madrid. Okay, so as far as departures, let me tell you all, last night there were 3 players of Real Madrid saying goodbye. It was actually a kind of farewell celebration, a farewell event. All what happened in Santiago Bernabeu last night with Marcelo Vieira saying goodbye after 17 years in Real Madrid, but also Isco announced this morning he will leave in the club. He is leaving Real Madrid, and of course he mentioned to Kylian Mbappe just because he said, he published a kind of letter reminding the first time Real Madrid contacted him, and what he thought at that time, it was, oh my God, if Real Madrid is reaching out, you cannot say not at all. Even when sometimes there are some exceptions like Kylian Mbappe, and he typed the total emoji that you can read in different keyboards and stuff, and he was actually pointing to the French star that didn't want to sign for Real Madrid, even with Real Madrid reaching out and pushing hard and all the stuff. Isco mentioned to Kylian Mbappe, but also continued talking about his history in Real Madrid and how grateful he felt just because he was coming and signed for Real Madrid and all the stuff. And that was his way to say goodbye, everybody. No hard feelings, despite all the latest seasons of the player where his performances were not great, but still grateful to Real Madrid and Real Madrid fans, of course, supporting him last night, applauding and, of course, acknowledging and recognizing all the good things that he has left in Real Madrid, right? And same thing happened to Gareth Bale. He didn't post any single farewell letter or something like that, but he was in the celebration last night, and of course he was applauding to Real Madrid, and we all know he is leaving because his agent weeks ago, he announced the player will be leaving Real Madrid this season, right? So for now, we have 3 players leaving Real Madrid: Marcelo Vieira, Isco, and Gareth Bale. So now, as far as the possible signings and transfers, let me remind you, we are working, the most important of all of them. Right now, we're working so hard in signing TCHOUAMENI. And the reason for that is because Radio Monte Carlo has just posted something really important and interesting for all los Madridistas, because apparently Real Madrid has thrown on the table 80 million euros for signing the player. The agreement between the player and Real Madrid is 100%, so the player apparently wants to play for Real Madrid, but the only thing is missing is the agreement with Monaco. And apparently it's not going to be that hard, as Monaco really doesn't want to sell the player to Paris Saint-Germain, just because Paris Saint-Germain is a contender for the Ligue 1. And of course, Monaco doesn't want to reinforce and boost the squad of Paris Saint-Germain, right? So for them, it is much better if the player goes all the way down to Madrid and play for Los Blancos, rather than staying in France and playing for Paris Saint-Germain. But Qatari, the Twitter account, revealed this morning the player apparently has already reached an agreement with Paris Saint-Germain. So honestly, we still don't know where is he going to play the next season, right? I'm not saying he's not coming to Real Madrid, but there's still a lot of doubts and questions in the air regarding to TCHOUAMENI. And the last story I have to share with you all is regarding to Robert Lewandowski, and this guy has been speaking very clear to the press in the press conference. He's now concentrated with Poland and for the Nations League, getting ready, and he talked about his future, saying and claiming is no longer willing to play for Bayern Munich, even with 1-year contract left. He doesn't want to keep his career and stay in Munich even one more year. And what he wants to happen is for him to leave Bayern Munich. And of course, the other thing he said yesterday, it was Spain is a great country, not only for vacation, but also for staying and living there, which is a kind of gesture or signal to all those interested in signing him from Spain. And of course, FC Barcelona and number 2, Real Madrid are, in my opinion, the prospects, the number 2 or number 1 contenders for signing the Polish player. My opinion is Robert Lewandowski really wants to play for Real Madrid because he has been since long time ago attached to Real Madrid. But just because Real Madrid was super focused and concentrated in signing Kylian Mbappe, at the end, what happened is when Kylian Mbappe said no to Real Madrid might turn and change his mind and trying to sign to Robert Lewandowski, but this is not 100% sure, okay? So that is the latest news we have regarding to TCHOUAMENI and Robert Lewandowski, and for now, that is all what I have for y'all. So if there's something new, I will keep you posted, guys, and now, thumbs up if you liked the video, comment in the section below, and of course, subscribe my channel, Real Madrid Hub.